Are you sure you want to go in there? I'm afraid you won't get very far. The orcs are on the other side.
If there's a way into the Valley of Mines, I shall find it.
Good, then go. Go within us.
How's the situation?
Everything's quiet. We have the situation under control.
Nothing to be had there.
Oh, shit!
find it!
What are you standing around here for?
I come from the castle. They've sent me to look for those missing, and to check out the area.
Those missing?
Some fled when the dragons attacked. Most of them didn't make it. No surprise there. But if there are any survivors left, I'll bring them back.
Can you help me get into the castle?
Sure. But you have to do me a favor. If you can make it to the castle, talk to the paladin Auric. Tell him that his brother bought it up there at the pass.
How can I get into the castle?
First of all, you can forget the direct path. But if you walk around the castle, you might have a chance from the back. You should stay away from the paths and use the river. It will be best if you swim downstream for a stretch. It should be easier from there. The orcs have set up a ram behind the castle. You can get in that way. Creep up on the orcs as closely as you can, and then run for it. You might just make it if you're fast enough.
What do I need to know about this area?
If you want to live, go back to wherever you came from. The Greenhides have laid siege to the castle for weeks now, and those dragons are hiding out somewhere too. The entire Valley of Mines is teeming with orcs. No matter where you're headed, this won't be a picnic.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there.
You were damn lucky when you came in. I very nearly shot you.
Then I guess I should be glad that you have such keen eyesight.
Save your breath. Talk to Sengrath if you want something.
How are things in the castle?
A few of the boys are practicing, but in principle, we're all just waiting for something to happen. This uncertainty is wearing us down. That's the strategy of those blasted orcs. They'll wait until our nerves are shot.
I knew it. I knew that someone would succeed. Have you come over the pass? Our messenger managed to get through then.
No, your messenger didn't make it across the pass. I have come by order of Lord Hagen.
Accursed orcs. Well, Commander Garand will certainly want to speak to you. You'll find him in the large building guarded by 2 knights.
Where can I find gear here?
Tandor hands out the weapons. Engor, the steward, is responsible for everything else.
What about magic supplies?
We are equipped with spell scrolls. If you want some of them, let me know.
Who can teach me something here?
Ask Karoloth. He trains the boys in sword fighting. Maybe he'll teach you something too.
Show me your spell scrolls.
You came over the pass? Well done. We have already lost a lot of men out there. I know myself what it's like out there. I accompanied a reconnaissance unit for a while. Do you have a weapon? If you need a good weapon, I'm your man.
What became of the unit?
We scouted the area and wanted to advance to the coast. We set up our camp in a cave. It was late at night when the orcs came. They charged us up the slope with torches and drums and discovered us. We tried to flee, but I was the only one who got through. Soon after that, the orcs erected their big palisade, and we pulled back into the castle.
Show me your wares. You train people?
Yeah, once those orcs, or even worse, the dragons attack again, every single hand will be needed.
Can you train me too?
Sure, I'll train any good man, but besides your talent, you need a good weapon if you want to survive here. Ask the knight Tandor. He'll take care of you.
What about long-range combat?
What about it?
Can you teach me that too?
No, but you can ask Udar. He's the best crossbowman I know.
I want to train.
Look who has returned, our hero from the barrier.
Good to see you, Milton. You here again?
Again. After the barrier collapsed, I entered the monastery of the Magicians of Fire. But once it was clear that the paladins wanted to come here, my experience and knowledge of the place proved to be quite useful. So they decided then and there to entrust me with the holy mission of providing magical support to this expedition. Do you remember Gorn, Diego, and Lester?
Of course I remember the boys.
Well, Gorn and Diego didn't get far. They were picked up by the paladins here in the valley. Lester has vanished, though. I have no idea where he's hanging around.
I've met Lester. He's with Zardos now.
One bit of good news, at least. Well, I have nothing pleasant to report.
So what is there to report?
The paladins came here with the intention of getting the magic ore, but with the dragon attacks and the orcs, I can't imagine the paladins will march out of here with the ore. No, Baianos. I feel the presence of something dark, something evil growing here. Something that emanates from this valley. We paid a high price for the annihilation of the Sleeper. The destruction of the barrier has ruined this place as well. We can all count ourselves lucky if we survive this.
How much ore have you stored away so far?
How much ore? Not one chest. We haven't had contact with the scrapers for some time. It wouldn't amaze me if they were all long dead, and we are being attacked by dragons and besieged by orcs. This expedition is a complete disaster.
Where are Gorn and Diego now?
Well, Gorn is sitting here in the dungeon because he resisted arrest. They assigned Diego to a troop of scrapers. Ask the paladin Parseval. He assembled the groups.
Let's go and free Gorn.
Well, the problem in this matter is that Gorn is a convicted prisoner. But if we're lucky, Garand will agree on a deal and we can buy his freedom.
Yes, maybe.
Keep me in the picture.
What is your task here?
Originally, I was supposed to assay the magic ore, but we haven't seen much of that so far. Now I'm concentrating on the study of alchemy.
Hey, how are you?
How do you think I'm doing? I spend the whole day at the grindstone sharpening blades. And yesterday, Engor shortened our rations again. If it goes on like this, we're all gonna starve. Or we'll all be killed by orcs. Not a pleasant prospect.
Who is Engor?
Angor manages the provisions and shares out the rations, and they get smaller every week. Sure, you can bargain with him, but only for cold, hard cash.
And you can't afford that?
The most I can get for the lousy pay we collect is a couple of turnips.
Where can I find this Angor?
In the knight's house. Just go through the open entryway next to the smithy.
What do you want?
How's work?
I forge the weapons for the castle knights. Since we've been here, I've been fully occupied making new weapons. And we'll need them too. We'll show these damned orcs how sharp our blades are. Hey, Parleth, make those blades nice and sharp. Orcs are damn tough creatures.
Could you make a weapon for me?
I don't have time for that. Tandor hands out the weapons, I just make them. And Parleth sharpens them.
What are you guarding?
The prisoners.
And who is that?
A few convicts and the mercenary Gorn. A tough guy, strong as an ox. It took 4 men to bring him into custody.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Can you let me into the dungeon?
No, no one may enter the dungeon. That goes for everyone. For you, for Milton, and for everybody else. This isn't some tavern where you can go in and out as you please. Remember that.
It can't go on like this forever.
Can't you make an exception for me?
No.
And what if I pay you gold?
No.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Don't you ever sleep?
No. Innos himself grants me the strength never to need sleep.
Some problems solve themselves.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Who said that?
Hey, you! What's your task here?
My job? Training the lads. I teach them how to get muscles of steel. I also take care of the prisoners. I'm like a damn father to those bastards. But my real art is to get them to talk. And believe me, I have ways to make anyone talk.
Sounds awfully nice.
But those flea-infested blockheads we have currently locked up don't have much to say anyway. And they won't let me deal with that Gorn.
Could you train me?
Sure, I can help you become stronger, but I don't give anything away for free.
How much do you want?
You run around outside the castle, don't you? Here's what I suggest. My assistant Den made himself scarce during the last attack. What a quitter. But he didn't run for it empty-handed. He took the contents of our cash box with him.
What cash box?
We have this chest where we keep the stuff we have, collected over the course of time. And that was a tidy sum. The chest contained 200 gold pieces along with some precious jewelry. If you bring me back the gold, you can keep the jewels and I'll train you.
Do you know where Den was headed?
As far away from here as possible. I guess he might have tried to get through the pass.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Well, what can I say? I have no idea where he went.
I've got something for you.
Excellent. I'll train you if you like.
I want to become stronger. Anything new?
Everything seems quiet. No new prisoners. Nobody who needs help finding the right words. Too bad.
It can't go on like this forever. This is gonna change.
You don't have to ask me that. You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I've heard a thing or two.
It was just like you said.
Stop! Who are you?
The question where I come from is much more important. I came across the pass. So, are you going to stop me now, or can I go in?
Well, I couldn't know that. Of course you're allowed in.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. That's the first I've heard of it.
That's totally obvious.
How's the situation?
The camp is surrounded by orcs. They've really dug themselves in. But even more alarming are the attacks by the dragons. They have destroyed the entire outer ring by now. Another dragon attack, and we'll take heavy losses.
How many dragons are there?
We don't know how many there are all in all, but it's more than one. But that isn't all. The whole Valley of Mines is full of evil creatures that support the dragons. Let's not kid ourselves. Without reinforcements from outside, our chances of getting out of here alive are slim. Everything is still quiet, but that can change quickly.
Which group of scrapers did Diego go with?
This convict, Diego? He's with Paladin Silvestro's group.
What's your task?
I'm a strategic officer of the king, and I currently answer to the Honorable Commander Garand. We are the last of the paladins here in the castle. All the others have left or fallen. It is now our responsibility to bring a good end to this expedition, and that we shall do. By Enos, that we shall do.
I have a message for you.
What is it?
Your brother is dead. He got as far as the pass.
My brother? Enos put me to a severe test, but he died as his servant. This news is like an arrow which pierces my heart. I shall seek new strength in prayer.
How's the situation?
Your appearance here is a sign of hope to us. We need you. Go talk to Garand. He will explain everything to you.
Where do you come from? You aren't one of the scrapers, and you aren't one of my people. Well?
I've come across the pass.
Over the pass? You actually got through? By Enos! I have to ask myself why a mercenary would take all that on himself. What are you doing here?
I come from Lord Hagen. He wants me to bring him proof of the presence of the dragons.
And you've just come here to get it and then disappear again?
Well, that's what I had in mind.
So he wants proof. He can have it. But I can't send you back to Lord Hagen without giving him information about the ore. Listen, Lord Hagen absolutely must learn what the situation is here, and how much ore we've mined up to now.
All right. What do you want me to do for you?
I've got 3 units of scrapers out there, but they haven't sent me a single nugget. Visit the mining sites and report back to me how much ore they have stored. Then I'll write you a letter that you are going to take back to Lord Hagen.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice. But why me, of all people?
Because you know a way to get through the lines of orcs. My boys would be hopelessly lost out there. You, on the other hand, have managed to get through once already. That makes you the best man for this job.
Where can I find the mining sites?
Here, take this map. It shows the 2 areas where the mining sites are located. If you have any more questions, ask Parzival. He can tell you all you need to know about the Scrapers.
I want you to let Gorn go.
I can't let him go. He has committed many crimes and they must be atoned for.
Can I pay his penalty?
That might be a possibility, but certainly not a cheap one. I want 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
That's a lot of gold.
Gorn also has much to answer for. Bring me the gold, and I'll set Gorn free.
I want to buy Gorn's freedom.
Agreed. You can go to Gerald and tell him to release Gorn on my orders.
How much will you pay me for the job?
I'm not used to haggling with mercenaries. Oh, well, I guess I have no choice. I'll pay you 500 gold pieces if you take care of this mission for me.
How's the situation?
You should set out to find the mining sites. I'm desperate for news about the status of the ore production.
Innos will aid us. His light illuminates our hearts.
What can you tell me about the Scrapers?
I assembled the three groups. Marcos, Fajeth, and Silvestro are the paladins who each lead a group. Marcos's group set out in the direction of an old mine, led by an old digger named Grimes. The other two groups set out together. Jurgen, one of our scouts, has reported that they set up camp near a large tower.
Do you know how to get to the mining sites?
There's no safe way into that valley, but it seems to make sense to me not to take the direct route. Keep away from the orcs and the woods, and may Innos protect you.
Hey, you!
Hands off my pots. Nobody touches my pots, understand? I'm responsible for the food, and that means nobody else has any business here. I hope I made myself clear.
Who made you a cook of all people?
That was Commander Garon. Before I became a prisoner, I used to cook in the Raging Boar.
And what did they lock you up for?
There was a misunderstanding between a guest, a meat cleaver, and me.
Anything new?
If you want to learn the news, then ask the knights. I'm just an imprisoned cook.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
That's totally obvious.
Enough trouble as it is. I can't believe that isn't true.
Who told you that?
That is the will of the church.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
I hardly know what to believe.
That was obvious.
That's not what I heard.
Hey, you! Garon wants 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
A nice sum. I can chip in 250 gold pieces.
Innos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
It was just like you said.
That's not what I heard.
His deeds were
I'm not
just.
touching that. Nobody will learn anything from him. I wouldn't be so sure.
I wouldn't have done that. Nobody
Set Gorn free. That's an order from Commander Garand.
I've already been informed. Here's the key. You can go in.
Nothing's ever gonna change
It was
that.
just like you said. It was quite obvious. That was quite obvious.
What do you want from me? Leave me in peace.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
I knew that was a problem.
Enough of this lounging about. You're free.
It's about time somebody got me out of here. I certainly hadn't expected it to be you, though. It's damn good to see you.
Garan says you eat too much and he can no longer afford to feed you.
Now that you mention it, I could kill a couple of beers. Let's get out of here. I've seen enough of this cell. Wait, I've still got something here that you can really use. I found this armor here in the cell. Some prisoner must have hidden it here. It's too small for me, but it might fit you.
Thanks. I'll see you with Milton.
Sure thing.
If I had taken off when I had the chance back then, I wouldn't have to slave away for the swine now.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I was outside when the dragon attacked. I saw it. Big as 10 men. Its fiery breath destroyed the huts in the blink of an eye. A dragon? I'm staying here. Nothing's gonna budge me. I'm not crazy.
If I had taken off when I had the chance back then.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy. That's exactly what I said.
It can't go on like this
Let's wait and see
forever.
what happens. Those are all just rumors.
All those who recognize his wisdom.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
It's a bad business.
You should have known better.
I already thought as much.
No one really wants to hear that.
I freed Gorn.
Good. Then we should think about what happens next.
Listen, I've loafed around here long enough. It's time I saw something other than this valley. How did you get over the pass?
There's a path through the abandoned mine.
Good. I'll wait for the right moment and then I'm out of here.
Then go to Onar's farm. Lee and his boys are there. He needs good men such as you.
I'll do that. I'll go check out how they're doing there.
We'll meet again.
You can count on it.
As if I don't have enough problems.
The things I could tell you.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
No idea. You tell me.
You don't have to ask me that.
I've got no time for things like that.
You don't have to ask me that.
Tell me that isn't true.
I never would have.
That's the first I've heard of it.
That's not what I heard.
You didn't get that from me. Don't say you didn't know that.
I'd have done it differently.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
But he knew that all along.